And
I don't know why they didn't come on when
I think I can talk loud enough.
all right.
Get their completed 496, non-collusion affidavit.
Oh, I did instruct them to avoid this in open meetings. Their page should have been on the front. They obviously didn't, but yeah, I try to avoid this.
All right, everybody looks in order, so their bid is $465,356. It's $465,356. That's AMS Mechanical Services.
Are they bidding on any boiler work at all, or just chillers? Chillers.
Just the work specified in the specifications.
Okay.
Next bid is from Harrell Fish Incorporated, HARRELL hyphen Fish, comma, Incorporated out of Bloomington, Indiana.
It's the Bloomington, right?
That's correct.
Is there a college down there, Eric?
Small one. yeah.
Okay.
Everything looks in order, so it looks like their bid is $348,255. That's $348,255. Next bid is from Current Mechanical out of Fort Wayne.
it's current spelled just like it normally is, current.
CURRENT.
Yeah.
Everything.
Mark, that's your phone, dude.
Sorry about that. Total bid is $417,000 even. It's $417,000.
What they do, put two complete packets together?
Yes. There's also, and on the other ones, I don't know if we should back up and read the alternates, but there's do you know what
The
this-
air scrubbers?
What's that controls bid?
Okay, so that was in the addendum. So yeah, Amazon has the option for the 24 air scrubbers, I believe. So your BAS system for the service complex is managed by Havel. That is a proprietary system that whoever is awarded this cannot get into that system. So basically, instead of incorporating Havel's cost into their number, one for transparency and just for my own knowledge, I had them break that out. So no matter what, Havel has to come in and take the control wiring from the new equipment and put it into their proprietary VAS system that only they can do. So I did have them they came up because Havel has certain relationships and like certain mechanical contractors more than others. I don't like that. It should be the same number, whether you like someone or not. So for transparency, there was also another one that they wouldn't even respond. Havel's like, we're not even giving you a number. And you guys are the client, you own that system. So that's actually, there was a method to that madness of breaking out the proprietary controls wiring. And then yes, we did a single option for air scrubbers to go into all, where's Rick? is it 24 air? I'm correct on saying that. So basically, air scrubbers on the 24 air handlers. That was also broken out as an option.
So the base bid then here from Current Mechanical again is $417,000. The controls bid is an add of $16,000. And the option A for adding the air scrubbers and all the air handlers is an add of $47,000. So we'll go back.
We'll go
and
back, yep.
Read those options for
Right.
each bid. Why don't we open the last one?
Yeah, that's the last one. I'll get these two out.
The last bid is from Building Temperature Solutions out of Fort Wayne. Completed Form 96. Bid bond, everything looks in order. Base bid, $287,117. It's $287,117. Option A, air scrubber furnishing and installation of 24 air scrubbers is $16,141. That's $16,141. On the controls, they simply state that Able did not respond to our request for a quote. So we'll have to take,
Mark, you had 16 or 15 on that last one? 16, 141?
$16,141. Yep.
Mark, what was the first word? Temperature solutions,
Building Temperature Solutions.
building?
Yep, Building Temperature Solutions out of Fort Wayne.
Thank you, sir.
HFI Harold Fish included within their base bid of $348,255. That included the 24 air scrubbers,
Oh, really?
correct? And then for the proprietary BAS controls from Havel, they would not get a phone call back from Havel. So they as well. Let me look at,
How should we take that, since Havel didn't want to do business with them? Is that a Havel problem or a contractor problem?
It sounds like Hobart. Hobart does the same thing.
So honestly, I can say a lot.
Okay.
I can say a lot about Havel. I won't, but.
Should we let it influence this as we look at our bids?
No, what I would do honestly is, Havel didn't quote the project. Havel just, is to do the proprietary wiring. I would not include, so far we only have one number to current of 16,000, which is high. I've got two new boilers next door in Jay County and their proprietary wiring was 8,000. So why are you guys double for two pieces of equipment? But don't, I would definitely, that Havel's numbers would not influence who's awarded the work by. Yes, absolutely not. Sorry, so AMS, I'm just trying to find the.
So as we take these bids into consideration, who should be involved? Who should all be involved?
Matt, myself,
Yeah,
perhaps
they're
one
gonna
of the
be
commissioners,
Okay. And Rick, do we want to have?
and
And
definitely
that's
Rick.
gonna make, you guys are gonna make a recommendation then to us, which, yeah.
AMS Mechanical for the 24 air scrubbers came in at $68,215.33.
And that should be what we should add on to the base bid?
This would go on to the base bid for the option of the air scrubbers.
What was AMS Mechanical's base bid?
AMS came in the highest at $465,356.
Okay.
AMS was the one that was like, yeah, we're interested, we'll take a look at it and then start putting this together. And they're like, we're gonna bid it, but we'll still throw a
Where are
number
they
at
out
it.
of? Where are they out of?
They have several offices actually, but
Oh.
they're out of Indy. I've worked with them before, legit company for sure, but yeah, they were just, obviously, if they're gonna bid it, they just threw a number at it.
Okay.
I do not see anything on here for Havel numbering, Havel's numbers for AMS at all.
Did any of the bids represent any type of schedule whatsoever, or proposed schedule for doing the work?
So this was from train 6 months for procurement. As we got closer, they say 6 months realistically, it could be 4. I think a lot of the manufacturers were throwing 4 months out and 1-2 week differences threw everything off. So now they're going long, even though now it should be shorter. But what I would say is let's get to month 4, 4.5. Either A, we have the equipment or it's on its way, and then we'll start to discuss schedule, boots on the ground, and manage the schedule from there. But for now, it's too far out to even attempt to put a schedule together. It's all relying on the equipment.
What was the air scrubber cost that Current Mechanical gave?
Kern Mechanical's cost for the 24 air scrubbers was $47,000.
So those air scrubbers, that's a bid alternate. So
Yeah.
you don't have to do that.
I see.
That's something you can do or decide not to do. If you decide to do it, then you'll compare the base bid and that option across the board and see what the lowest responsible bid is. If you decide not to do that option, then you'll compare just the base bids.
Do we currently have air scrubbers?
No. Well, not
That
like
was-
these. I don't know, Rick.
That was
you
what
wanna
we was
answer
gonna
that?
add,
Okay.
as far as purifying the air. Yeah.
That's not something that you have to do.
Is that something that uses UV lighting, or is it something that's
I believe that's the way.
a filter type system?
Yeah, we didn't spec UV lighting, instead we went air scrubbers, a better device. So not counting proprietary wiring, which we only received, Current Mechanical was the only one to actually get a cost, but not, without that number alone, we've got BTS at $287,117, and then with the base bid, so BTS turnkey with the option is $303,258. So BTS came in first. HFI, which included in their bid the air scrubbers, came in at $348,255. And then Current Mechanical at
417.
Current Mechanical came in at $464,000, turnkey with the option.
With the option.
And then AMS came in the highest at $533,571.
So at this point, I would say, need a motion to take all bids under advisement so that we can review all the bidding documents and numbers and then make a recommendation to the Board of Commissioners.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, I'll
And
second
will
that.
could we have this under advisement for what? You need 2 weeks?
Yeah, I would definitely say at your next commissioner meeting, you can, if you make the decision to award, on my end, it'll be done. So I'll really get into these with a fine tooth comb.
Right.
Questions, clarifications, I'll go back to the vendors for answering, and if everything, obviously things change if it's, this one left the 4 pumps out. I mean, I'll really get into the scope to make sure what we discussed, what was in the bid package is in their numbers.
Do we want to meet before that? Or do you think we should?
Well, let's let him take a look and make sure there's not any issues.
Right,
And that'll-
right.
That'll dictate when you make.
Because we'll meet next week again, but I don't know if you'll be ready for us to make a decision next week or recommend, I don't know if you'll be ready to make a recommendation next week.
Yeah, let me look at if not next week, then it'll be the one after that.
Okay.
I'll shoot for next week, but, let me see. If it's really straightforward, like I'm hoping, I mean, the bid package was really thorough. The walkthrough was really, I mean, it was a good project for sure up to this point. So even though there's some variances on the numbers, everyone read and saw the same thing. Everyone's getting the equipment from the same person, so.
That's what I was gonna ask you, if all the equipment on the 4 bids is identical, and if that's something that could be, started right away, is like, order that equipment right now, or whether we have to let the,
You gotta award the bid and then they'll.
award the bid and then order,
They'll do
okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
No, and the contract documents, the actual sample contract that was sent out and the bid specifications state that the works will be completed within 30 days of the time the equipment's received.
Gotcha.
And realistically, it'll take it shouldn't take anywhere near that long to actually
Okay.
install once they have the equipment.
Good.
Installation should be 2 weeks, 3 weeks on the high end. Week and a half to 3 weeks is probably safe to say.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the sooner we get, the bid gets awarded and the equipment gets ordered, then,
Thank you.
okay.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks. Give those to me to get.
Copy.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your work and your consultation, and so.
Thank you.
You've moved things right along for us, and
And honestly, what I would say, I don't know if you guys ever heard, in my industry, it wasn't a good RFP, it wasn't a good bid package if the numbers aren't within 10-15%. That's something that's kind of shouted in my industry, even before the craziness of COVID, procurement, inflation, labor short. I mean, before even this, when everything was normal, that always bothered me.
Put together a bid
Because you have one firm that's looking to get into this type of work or this kind of a client. You have another guy that's swamped and buried. If he's gonna do it, he's gonna throw a high. I never like that if it's within, now I do a lot of projects where I actually have, both numbers came in for elevator replacement, 280,000 and 283,000. I mean, I have a lot of projects that come really close sometimes. I mean, stupid close. On this one, obviously, the first two, BTS and HFI, are close. But yeah, I just caution against looking at the numbers alone for was it a good process? Because there's a ton of reasons for someone coming in, why they come in.
yeah.
Thank you so
All
much.
right,
We'll be
very
in
good.
touch.
Sir, if we get your card, your name?
Yes, sir.
Let him too, with the news media.
All right. Well, it sounds like Marky's been pretty straightforward with all the bids and all the RFPs, and
No, you got good
Yeah.
bids.
I feel real comfortable with the way it was handled.
Wasn't even provided to the owners. We
All right,
we're still.
Auditor.
Be that, but that's gonna be negotiable, that wasn't.
Don't say no
happening
report.
Due to the outside services, so.
Well, I wish I could make it quicker because I'm leaving for conference right after this thing, but I do have a few things.
so,
First, I have payroll claims for 4/15/22 in the amount of $337,042.71. 337,042.71. That's pretty normal.
and there's
I'll
that.
make a motion to go ahead and approve payroll claim.
Okay,
What's that, which one I missed it?
I'll second that.
Payroll
Payroll,
claims.
payroll. I'll get that in a second.
ATS, 286.
You want the amount?
Yeah, 337 what?
337, 042, 71.
Okay.
337, not 46.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have the Allied weekly insurance claims. And these are in the amount of $58,315.16. 58,315.16. Of that amount, $13,596.16 was medical. $44,719 was pharmacy, for a total of $58,315.16. And I do need your signature.
All right.
That came in late. Oh, I
Shouldn't have signed it yet.
All that
You
to
looked
the
at
auditor's
it.
office, they will hold all copies for you.
Okay.
And then you can do what you want, but we'll be in touch.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the Allied claims.
Okay. I'll second that.
All right. Steve, what do you think?
He doesn't care.
Next, we have the payroll AP claims, which are all the benefits and so forth, which, as you know, was required by SBOA last time you were here. And that is in the amount of $448,881.75. That's for the month, actually, month ending April. $448,881.75.
You wanna look at it first?
No, I'll go ahead and make a motion to accept that. That's pretty standard.
All right, motion carries.
And then we have the Allied monthly claims, which is for the administrative part and so forth and so on. I think we've gone over that in the past. Mark's gone over that with us. The Allied monthly claims is in the amount of $56,678.38, $56,678.38.
That was already signed, but just keep a look.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve this.
Okay, motion carries.
And the final thing that I have are the accounts payable claims for the month. Well, I should say for the month, it's to be paid on 4/27. And this is going to be a big figure, but there's a reason for it, and I will explain that reason after I give you the big figure. It's $1,773,014.66. $1,773,014.66. And that has to do with the 1.5 million out of ARPA money that was given to the Adams County Regional Sewer District, which was approved by commissioners, then approved by council at their last meeting. That's why this is such a big figure. I mean, actually, if you took that out, it'd be lower than normal.
Right, right.
So that's why that big amount, and that's because that claim is in here for the money that's going from the ARPA over to Regional Sewer District.
All right.
Tony, I just had one question on the treasurer of State Board of Accounts. Is that our auditing fee, $32,000?
It's either ours or the cities or something. It was a fee for that, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next time we'll set them up in the hall with a folding chair.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve the claims.
Okay, motion carries.
and that is all that I have today.
Tony. All right. Acting County Engineer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Brad.
Mine should be relatively quick today. Couple things. So the first one has been almost every week. I&M has filed an application permit to install facilities in Adams County right away, and there again, they're replacing 3 rotten poles on County Road 100 East between 3 and 4 North. They're replacing 3 rotting poles. Didn't see any problem with it. I mean, like I said, they put them right back in line because they want their power line straight. So they do everything they can to put them right back where they were.
I wonder if a lot of their poles were put in at the same time, that they're going bad at the same time.
That's a good question. I don't know. Or if this is just part of their maintenance program and this is the time to do it. I don't know.
What township is that in?
But I say 1 east between 3 and 4 north.
They usually name the township from there.
Yeah, usually, if I know my roads better. I shouldn't say I know my roads, not my townships.
That's no big deal. No big deal.
And that's the only one today.
Okay, so,
I make a motion to approve that permit.
okay, motion carries.
So now we will move on to, you guys are signing this. Friday, Paul and I took a trip to Linco. They're the ones that got our bid for the dump bed and the underbody and all that. And, they assembled up there.
That's where Maryville,
Maryville.
right?
It was a good trip. I'm glad we went. We saw their process, we saw their buildings, and we got some information. The dump bed that we spec'd, the company that builds them is going through a time right now, they're having a hard time getting stainless for one thing, and the owner just passed away. And the way it sounds, it's going down to like 3 different people. So it's kind of a mess. They've been trying to get hold of them for a while. Couldn't get hold of them. They finally, it was funny, Friday when we were with them, they got a phone call finally from that company saying, hey, we need to meet next week. So there's a possibility. They've got 30 beds ordered through them. Linco does. Possibility, none of those beds might get built or ours might not get built. We don't know at this point. But I just wanted to bring that as a heads up. That we'll have to figure out if we can't get that bed, what we need to do.
Would we have to rebid that, or how many bidders did you have?
There was actually, they gave us pricing on other dump beds also. Other brands. So I'm assuming at that point, I don't know if we have to get a letter from them saying, look, we can't get this, or I don't know. That's gonna be a market.
We'll have to figure it out.
So then to go along with that, we also found out, if you remember back in January, I let you know that the truck chassis manufacturer added their surcharge. Found out the other day, there's another surcharge coming again. And this is all manufacturers are doing.
Wow.
And if we talked, they said the way it looks right now, the next time you're gonna have possibly the way it looks, they're not gonna have openings until September to be able to bid again on trucks. And then you're not gonna get them until 24.
So all manufacturers are.
Basically, across the board, they're putting surcharges on everything because their costs went up.
So it would be no advantage to us to rebid.
No, because if you do, we're gonna have to wait till September. What we're hearing now, we're gonna have to wait till September, and then you won't get it until 24.
Right.
And in September, I'm sure the prices are gonna go up anyhow to reflect
Yeah.
all of this. So it's kind of, And we haven't heard that. They told us, we'll probably hear in a couple weeks that there's another surcharge coming.
So if we
But I
say
just
no,
want to
we're
give you
not
guys
paying
a
the
heads up,
surcharge,
give you a heads
they
up.
just say, no, you're not getting the truck, right?
We gotta look at our bid documents.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
Because, that's good. You can say, look, you guys keep jacking it up on us. If there's a legal way, we don't want it, but then we're gonna be another 2 years out again.
Mhm.
So we gotta weigh that out also, if we can do something or not.
Did they give any indication as to the percentage of the surcharge?
No, but I'll just keep going with the good news. In 2024, there's new regulations coming out from the emissions.
Oh, jeez.
And it's gonna go up about, the cost of vehicles, is what we're hearing, this is all what we're hearing. It's gonna go up about 15 grand because of emissions. And then supposedly in 2027, they're gonna do it again. So that's not, it was a good trip. I'm glad we went, but we got a lot of information and it's just the way everything else is right now too. So I want to give you guys a heads up.
That just tells you the unexpected occurrences that can arise with all of this stuff
Yep,
when it comes
Absolutely.
to budgets.
yep.
Will the new regulations for emissions apply to the existing trucks in our fleet? Or just new
No,
trucks?
I believe it'll be any new,
Just new
new
trucks.
manufacturer, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So anyhow, like I said, I just want to give you guys a heads up what's going on, what we're hearing. This is what we're hearing right now. So we'll just have to sit down someday and,
Yeah, we need to review our bid documents.
so.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, a couple things. What's that dump bid cost? You talked about the dump bid. What's the cost of that?
I honestly don't remember what that dump bed cost.
Roughly around.
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
What the chassis cost was.
It's more now than it was then.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know that.
I hate to tell you a number, Eric, because I don't remember what the total number was, because we bet it as a package.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, everything was a package, and I don't remember the exact number. And
What's that company called, Monroe, the Miracle Company?
Linco, L-I-N-D-C-O.
INDC, Lindco,
Yeah, Linco.
one word, okay.
So other than that, it's our normal day-to-day activities. So,
Thank you for the bearer of good news.
Yeah, really.
I know, it's like I told you, it was one of them, it was a good trip to go, but we learned a lot of information, so.
So the Linco, they're the ones that are also supplying the chassis.
No, that's
They're just
Freightliner.
supplying the bed.
Yep. Freightliner supplies a chassis, it goes to them, and then they assemble everything.
But they're the ones that we buy the chassis from.
No, we bought that from Freightliner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that out. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
And that's all I have.
all right.
Maybe somebody, the next person, I hope, gives you some really good news.
Next projects though that you guys are working on, what you're looking at here in the next month?
You mean what we're gonna start doing? As soon as we get some warm weather, we wanna go, we gotta start. So we'll start patching first. So before we go chip and seal road, we'll go out on that road and see where there's cracks, that kind of stuff. So when you're out and around, you might see like, why is there a 3-foot wide patch 20 foot long? And those are all over the roads. The guys go out ahead of time and they seal those. And then we'll either chip and seal over them, or the next year we'll chip and seal over that. That's trying to head the cracks off. So yeah, of course, chip and seal is gonna be our big one. Mowing, of course, we're getting all those ready. We are gonna have some crack sealing done this year. You know, hire a company come in and seal the roads that are really cracked,
Oh,
bad. And we're gonna have them crack seal, knowing that next year, then we'll come in and chip seal over it and put a whole new fresh coat on it. But at least if we can get the cracks sealed this year, that'll help. But then just.
but this year you're not converting any roads, but next year you're gonna be looking at a schedule maybe. to
Yeah,
cover
we've got an
that.
idea. Like I said, 200 west is our goal.
Okay.
We got some things going on there too that I need to find out for sure.
Yeah, well,
But yeah,
that'd be nice to put a schedule together and look
yeah,
at 2023
and yeah, we do. Paul and I have been talking about what roads we would like to convert over. So,
okay,
yeah,
good. All right.
Thank you.
thank you.
You gonna hang around for a little bit, right?
I can for a little bit, yeah.
And then you said you had an employee retire that had
Oh,
34
yes.
years.
And he was not, I'm sorry, yes, Lynn Burkhart is retiring this week. Friday will be his last day. He has been here a little over 33 years.
Okay,
And yep, this is his last week, and I was gonna bring him today, but we needed him somewhere else. So, not that he was disappointed by that, but yes, Lynn Burkhart is retiring after 33 years.
well, we certainly appreciate his service and his work, and
Yep,
appreciate having somebody that stuck with us.
yes, yep, I agree.
Yep.
Summertime, we're gonna go trip and see what we're going. This year, okay.
Okay. Rick, you wanna come on up?
Well, start off with, I've been getting quotes for the roof. I just got another one, that's what this is about, but, I do have, I think there might be even 3 or 4 now. But, hearing the lead time on the chillers,
That's right.
so this may be on the
They
back
may,
burner.
they may change.
Yeah, it's gonna change, so. But I want to stay on top of it just in case. But anyway, that's the roof thing. I'll just give you a couple updates on a couple things, and that's really all I have, other than the things that I've already maybe discussed with you. The ductwork down in the power room, that has been started, taking that out. Gene had to come in, we found another smoke detector that was hooked up. We thought there was one, there was 2. Myers's aren't here today because Gene removed it, so now they're able to come back in, but they got a lot of that ductwork out of there. It's a mess down there, but they're not done yet. So that's where that is. You're gonna hear banging and sawing and things like that. That's what's going on. It's down underneath the bleachers.
So SC can't start until the ductwork's out
That's
of there.
correct.
Okay,
I didn't want them to.
gotcha.
They'll be on top of one another, but Myers is pretty close to getting that all out of there.
Okay.
A lot of it's hauled out already, other than a mess and some more duck in there. It was mentioned 24 air handlers. Well, it'll be down to 23, and the reason being is, if you guys recall, that ceiling that's gonna get tore out there where that room was, there was a concrete ceiling up there that we wanted out of there. So there was an air handler up there. We
That'll be
removed it.
deleted.
It'll be deleted. And it is deleted now.
It's covered.
That number did change. I didn't bring that up here.
Yeah,
It's 23.
okay. No, we've got air handlers.
Next Monday, this was supposed to happen Thursday, they rescheduled. I know but it shouldn't affect anything over there. Obviously, we're closed Tuesday. The sprinkler system, the whole sprinkler system will be tested at the main courthouse, 7 a.m. to approximately noon, next Monday. What that means is everything will be on test over there as far as going to the fire department and everything, but it shouldn't have.
So should employees bring an umbrella to work?
No, I think we should be safe with that, but we will be over there doing that on Monday. I just want to put that out there. Other than that, other than some of the other things I discussed, that's all I have today.
Is that basement of the courthouse sprinkled also? Does that have a sprinkler system down
Yeah,
there?
it does, which wouldn't do any good. I mean,
Yeah.
what's down there wouldn't be protected.
Right.
What's that date? What's the date, Monday?
It is
May 2nd?
22nd, yeah.
Thank you.
That'd be 7 a.m. to noon. And they may be done a little earlier than that, but the test will be on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Just kind of a sidebar thing. Mark, did you have any chance of working on that for S&C?
Yeah, I've got it right here, so I need to get with you this week and make sure I understand
Okay,
that this is correct.
thank you.
I don't know if you got time later today or Wednesday.
Okay.
Any progress on electronic door locks?
Well, they were in a couple of weeks ago, and they sat with Bob a little more with that infrastructure of that. But to be honest with you, it's kind of holding them off as much as I can until that room kind of gets cleaned out of there. And that little demolition of ductwork and stuff,
Oh,
we didn't want that interfering with that. Once
Oh.
that gets done, it shouldn't be an issue.
gotcha.
But yeah, I think they're ready, just kind of held them off.
Okay. I just think that'll be such an improvement for security and convenience and,
It's gonna be,
yeah.
that whole room, gentlemen, will be, once it's done, it's all gonna be there.
Yeah.
We're gonna know right where to go. Anyone's gonna, fire department, all of it's gonna be right in that room. That's what it is a power room. It's in that location, secured. We won't have to run on the stage. We won't have to run upstairs. We won't have, it'll all be right there.
Good. All right.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we've even got Ed on the agenda here today. Treasurer,
Good morning, gentlemen.
good morning.
Just a quick update on a couple things. We've been rolling right along with tax collections. We're at $2,158,000 as of this morning. We still have about 14 million to go to get in the next 2 weeks, so we're gonna be hopping, as you might expect. With Exoft, we're fully integrated. I don't even open up MVP anymore. Some of the girls, they do from time to time, but just for reference, but we're working really well with MVP, or with Exoft, excuse me. So I'm happy with that. The L&D Mailmasters, which is the vendor that we used for printing and mailing out the tax statements. I got my final bill from them yesterday. I put in a claim, and that'll be the next go around on claims. But the claim came in at $7,330.98. If you remember, we had an earlier claim of $5,900 that was postage, just the postage. So this is $7,300. If you remember last fall, I told you when we were putting all this together that my estimated amount of real figures of what it costs to do all the things in-house was at $13,898 to do it all in-house, 3 weeks, 3 people, and it was a lot of work, And Tom's gone through that, Rex, you went through that. L&D, as of the final figures, $13,830.98. So it's $67 less than doing it in-house. And it saved us 3 weeks of 3 people with a lot of work. So I'm very happy. The numbers came out exactly like I want. And that was with a nationwide postage increase that happened after we had the initial quote. So it would have been even less than that. So I'm very happy with them. Our return mail has been very little. We used to have a stack of return mail of several hundred, and we were down to maybe 100-ish. So I'm very happy with that.
Now, what do you mean by return mail as far as checks coming back in or what?
When people don't let us know that they move and the taxpayer moves, sometimes the taxpayer is not the person that lives there.
I
and
see,
they
incorrect
move, and we get
address.
return mail.
Right.
So, and we go through an extra process at this L&D Mailmasters that's included in all this, where they double check the correct address with everything. And so
Okay.
we're getting a lot less return mail, and that keeps our database in a lot better shape. And so in following years, we will have just better data. So I'm very happy with all of that. And that is really all I have this morning. Just an update.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Well, they found me.
Cool, we're upstairs. We're open till 4.
Oh, my God.
Come on up. Yes.
Okay.
That's true.
Mark, do you want to come on up?
After he just sat down too. Do that on purpose, Dan.
Yeah, I watched till he sat down and then.
Did you get up? I just wondered. There's a few of them today.
The dam broke, huh, Mark?
Yeah.
Hey, Troy, that one big number you had, the 448, that was the claims, right? 448,000, 148,000, that was the claim.
Hold on.
I didn't hear the word, I think you said miss it.
It was the AP claims,
What's AP?
all the benefits and things of that nature.
What's AP stand for?
It's just got one.
Accounts payable.
Accounts payable.
That's
What it is something that
How you doing?
it had never been
Pretty good, how you
reported
doing?
before. It's not even necessary to put it in, really. It's just something the State Board of Accounts said that we had to start doing last time they audited. So.
Yes. This is, we have.
I didn't see anything about that. I didn't know if you wanted.
Is that right?
Mark, this is something you might want to take a read on. That's a pretty good article.
The 448, that was the claim, the 448.
448, 881, 75.
That was the claim, I want to get the right word.
That's the payroll AP claims.
Yes, this L&D.
Remember, that's what SBOA said, that we had to start giving to the
Oh,
commissioners.
yeah, that's 1.7.
Two different things.
And that gave us 3 weeks to prepare.
Yeah, makes sense.
And do other stuff.
Payable claims are different
To
than
get ready for
payroll.
taxes.
The payroll accounts payable claims are accounts payable for payroll, for the insurance, the benefits, and all that cost. Okay, but the accounts payable is just regular claims
I'm
coming
very
in.
happy. I really
Now,
am.
how you're gonna explain that in the
All right, I'll
newspaper,
look
everybody,
at
I have
this,
no idea.
Well, no one
And I don't
cares.
know what to tell you.
As long as the number's okay, no one cares.
Hey, just tell them not to get
That's all.
That'll solve the problem. Have that on page 2 and
Yeah.
let it run.
Did they run that, was it, it's
They
driving,
ran it again.
okay, I hope they did, because they put a big foul on it. There were about 40 paragraphs, it was a long article, there had a lot of stuff going on the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we got one more? You got one already?
Just read that at your leisure, but that's a
Oh,
real.
good, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll talk
Gosh, you got, yeah.
Now you get it
2.2
accurately
more
surveyed,
acres.
correct, you get it accurately surveyed and everybody actually knows what they really have. There's no more plus and minuses to this stuff. So it worked out nice. But, one has obviously the set of buildings on it, which is down here.
Right,
at the Bottom, and then I assume, we never know why, I assume there's gonna be building there.
Yep. I'll make a motion to approve the license. Okay, motion carries.
Pretty money.
Those were red, so I wasn't worried about it. Now they're green. Carl Edwin Hoffman subdivision. And all they actually did was break that out for the building lot. This is up on the county line at Allen County. And this big piece, they just squared that out of there and they have plans on putting a home there. I understand. So lot one and lot two.
Simple. Make a motion to approve.
495.
Yeah, motion carries.
Yeah, then what's left is lot two.
Okay. One thing I wanted to add is this.
To the end there.
What?
Much more on the agenda.
We've got Shannon and then, Mark, yeah, so.
Well, no, because my wife's on that.
Okay, sight unseen, anybody want to trade tax bills?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, mine's,
That's what he told me. I've never played
I've got the strip, I've got the store, and I've got the house.
It might be a match.
I haven't been to Bluffton in a while. I just.
I'll tell you, when I look at this, I am glad for tax caps, because they
Yeah.
have saved me bunches.
Yep.
Okay. I guess Mark is done and gone. Shannon.
Oh, okay.
Is it me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's talking golf.
Oh, for pity's sakes. Come on, pay attention now.
I know, I'm sorry. So I only have a couple things today.
Okay.
The first one is that Ryan Green, the office manager at Parks and Rec, has resigned. His last day with us was Friday, the 22nd. So I just need y'all's permission to post that job and start recruiting for that position. And I'm gonna work with Jeremy Gilbert to help him with payroll and anything else that we can help him with to kind of get him through this transition period, so.
His last day was gonna be May 3rd.
Nope, it changed.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Does
I
Jeremy
make a
have
motion.
somebody in mind?
No, not at this time. I mean, obviously Debbie is gonna help fill the gap too, but Bree and I will help him with, our stuff that we can help with, so.
Okay,
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve that.
okay, motion carries.
Okay, and the only other thing I have is an agreement for Cincinnati Life to offer our part-time employees who work at least 20 hours a week their product. So I just need a signature on that agreement, if you guys are comfortable with that. But it will be a bill-at-home option. It's not going to be run through payroll. So it's just another benefit that we're going to be able to offer part-time employees who are with us at least 20 hours a week, but we just need to make it official.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept
That's
that.
good, yep. Yep, I think we discussed that, and that motion carries.
Okay? And Mark has it, he's read over it.
Sign here on the bottom left. That's the end of it.
Did you want to look at that?
No, that's all right. We talked about it enough.
And that's all I have.
All right, you get this?
Thank you very much.
All right.
What was the hours on that again? The 20?
20. 20 left.
Okay. Mark, do you have anything for us today?
This is just the addendum to the Docs Pop agreement that the county has for recording services. But this is to add the bulk copy rate. And so you passed an ordinance a couple of weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. I wasn't here. Julie Marie came over, but you passed the bulk copy fee ordinance that states that it'll be 15 cents per page. And so this agreement says that that DocsPop will administer that. They'll handle bulk user requests, and then they'll provide those documents to those bulk users, and then they'll charge the fee accordingly to your ordinance. And then they return those funds back to the county, and they're paid 3% per page to handle all the requests and fulfill it. So I reviewed the agreement, it looks fine. Just need a motion to approve this addendum to the DocsPop agreement to handle bulk copies.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion carries.
Send it down, it's got signature lines for commissioners, and obviously there's two of you here, so sign, print your name and get it back to me, and then Tom can sign and we'll get that sent in.
What's that firm called, Mark? What do you?
It's DoxPop, DOXPOP. So they've been around a while.
Words, right, Doc?
It's one word.
One word or not one word?
Yep.
And those copying and stuff like that?
Well, they provide access to court records. You can subscribe to DoxPop, and we do, our office does. And then we can get copies of all documents filed with the courts, copies of documents that are recorded with the county. You know, we can pull up those records through our account with DoxPop. And so this is just an agreement between the county and DoxPop to handle bulk records requests. In other words, some firms want a copy
Just
of
the
all
one you
recorded
said?
deeds in the county.
Yeah, I didn't look through the rest of them. Maybe I
Yeah,
should
it's,
look
and
see
so
if there's any.
rather than come in and try to physically copy all of those, then we try to provide it electronically, but DoxPop will handle it.
Plus, I have a company that wants the last 15 years of the documents, and I don't want to sit here and do 15 years.
15 years ago.
Yeah, the county doesn't have the staff to process requests like that, so you have to have a firm that will do it, and if they can do it electronically, then that's the way to do it.
Electronically is free, but.
It's not free, they
15 cents, right?
They still have to,
They charge the county 3 cents per page.
On electronic, yeah, 3 cents, I see.
And so out of that, instead of 15 cents, I would get 12 cents from them. If
You know what I mean?
the company will like it wants it.
Here you go, Tom, do you wanna get this, you can sign it and then get a signed, executed document back to Tony for his records, and then you can send it in. And you said they already have a copy of the ordinance?
Yes.
All right. Should be good. Other than that, that's about all I've got right today.
Do we want to have any discussion on the setbacks today, or just wait?
I need to talk to Pat Haas, the attorney from the planning commission, and see what his thoughts are on it.
Okay.
And then I think we can take it up again, but probably ought to, when you're gonna discuss it again, make sure you get it on your agenda.
Okay.
We'll get it on the agenda.
Because I know we had a couple people here who have been attending, you know, and I don't know if that's why you were attending meetings or just because you were bored and wanted some excitement in your life, but, yeah. So,
But yeah, no, we'll get it on the agenda whenever you wanna bring it up again, just let me know, and we'll let Tony know, and obviously I need to know, but we need to make sure it's on the agenda.
okay. Sounds good. Anything else from, yes,
Ask a question.
sure.
Are you going to meet next Tuesday at your normal time because it's primary day, or are you going to?
Wednesday. Wednesday the 4th.
Wednesday, the 4th.
Wednesday the 4th.
On Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah, I'm kind of appreciate the reminder because I forgot about that too, yeah.
What is it?
No.
One day later, Wednesday next week, the election, the 4th. They meet one day later.
Oh, for council?
Commissioners, because of the election.
Yeah.
So it'll be next Wednesday of next week
Yes.
for
Yeah.
commissioners?
Yeah, county's closed next Tuesday for election day, so the commissioners' meeting will be on Wednesday at 10 o'clock.
Probably 11 o'clock.
I hope
Council
so.
meets.
No, council will be the 10th.
That's a week later. Never mind.
Next week is council.
That's a good thing that day. Up here for the proper information.
Put that notice in your paper, vote
I'll
early,
get
vote
that
often.
in. Oh, yeah, I'll get that in.
10 o'clock next Wednesday.
Tom?
I had my so-called state border council meeting, conference last week with the borders. One of the biggest things that they brought up is, state boards are highly recommending that all counties start recording all ordinances.
Okay.
Recorder. So if you guys want to start, there's no charge of the county. I have like it's searchable for people. It's, that way it's all, I mean, you can't, instead of getting back to Tony and wondering where they're at, they'll be online with.
Well, I mean, we had a firm that approached us about doing that for us. Do you think that's a smart way to do it?
It's a little different.
That's a different issue.
Oh,
We are looking into that, and I think that's
Okay.
something that we're going to do. I've
Okay,
got Julie Marie working on that. But that's just to recodify all your ordinances and then put them in electronic form that you can put on the website, and then also have some bound volumes of your ordinances. They just need reorganized and
And so then what you're talking
Indexed.
about is,
Whenever you pass a new one, just bring it up, I record it, that way if down the road, if they ever need to look for something, they'll be on the.
Basically, our office going down to his office saying, here's an ordinance that was passed. He records it. And what Mark is talking about is recodifying the ordinances so that when you do a search on it, it brings it up in an easier format. Is that correct?
Right, right. And for the most part, we want to recodify all the county's regulatory ordinances. You know, the ordinances that set policy and that dictate, what has to be done. So like you got your planning and zoning ordinance, which you have fairly, it's up to date the way it is now. But they'll just reorganize it, put it in electronic format, and then make sure that it fits in with your code of ordinances, with your other ordinances. You've got ordinances on stop signs, speed limits, no through trucks. Those are regulatory ordinances, like ATV ordinances, golf cart ordinance, public health and safety ordinance, your sewer use ordinance. All of those are regulatory ordinances. And so those are the things that we want to get recodified and kind of reorganized so they're easier to locate and find for anybody that wants to take a look at all the county's regulatory ordinances.
And then, like I said, county, like it's on my site, they'd be on Docs Pop, and then if you can't forget on the county website down there is another site that it would be.
But you also pass other ordinances that are just administrative and sometimes financial in nature. So, for example, like the copy fee ordinance, you just pass that ordinance to establish a fee for bulk copies. And so that you pass it, and Tony would send it down to Tom, and he'd record it. We're not so concerned about getting that inside your book of ordinances.
oh, I see.
Because I think what you want to have codified is basically the regulatory ordinances.
Because like when I was doing the bulk copy fees, we were looking for the old one and we couldn't find it. I didn't know when it was last passed or stuff like that, so.
Okay.
So just a recommendation, that's up to you guys if you want to start doing it.
No, that's not a bad idea.
So what would we have to do different? Just have?
Have Tony come down and give the document to me when you guys pass them.
Okay.
It would really be me and Tom doing it. You guys don't really have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's a long way to walk, though.
You have it, Tom,
I would like
if people want to see.
So we
those,
need a
they come
motion to put that in the minutes?
Search on.
You gotta walk down that whole hallway?
Well, unless Tom walks down to me.
You gotta walk, oh my gosh.
We could meet at the treasurer's office.
An extra 50 steps?
No, you gotta bring it in because I have to, you don't have
So I've got to walk all the way down.
Oh, Lordy. What's your
I'll just
office
send
name?
somebody.
Get a scooter.
Recorder?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're gonna do, is start putting segways up in the
Yeah,
hallway.
get a Segway.
No, I'm not riding one.
No golf cart to the first floor.
Does that need a motion
Get a
or
golf
not?
cart after.
Okay, that's all I have, so.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Doesn't need a motion.
Okay,
I don't think so.
Mark, anything on this today?
What's that? Oh, no, I just wanted you to look it over.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure
Just
Steve
FYI.
takes a look at it, and
Okay.
we can talk about basically how you would enforce that. So
Okay.
Or there needs to be changes.
Very good. Okay. All right. Paul, do you have anything for us today?
And we got a couple loads of pie.
Oh,
So you
okay,
know, we haven't been billed.
okay. All right. Well, nothing that we need to take action on then at this point. Doesn't sound like. Okay,
Ready?
if there's nothing else,
Motion to adjourn.
okay, meeting adjourned.